Every day something which is other than your school book. Maybe it's a spiritual book, whether it's a knowledge book, general knowledge book, or you've come across a nice article to read. Even if it's one page of reading, get into a habit of reading.
I love to collect and read books related to sciences. Presently, I am reading The New Millennium Illustrated Dictionary of Science. I also love to draw paintings using different mediums. I love to spend some time with nature in my garden.
I like to read books a lot. One of my personal favorite is Ponniyin Selvan. I love to cook foods. I try to infuse American cuisine through Indian dish. I love to edit photos. I like editing photos, especially my photos. Drawing gods is one of my hobby. I like drawing gods. Basketball player. I am so happy while I am playing basketball. Thank you.
I love reading and I'm currently reading Shashi Tharoor's book, India.
I love doodling and scrapbooking in my free time.
Ich schreibe gerne.
This little thing, I love solving it. I'm only one call away. Singing is my passion.
I absolutely adore reading and I'm currently reading Tuesdays with Mori by Mitch Albom. I tend to overthink, that's why journaling is my hobby to crystallize my thoughts. I love walking because it's the best exercise and puts me into diffuse mode of thinking.
My name is Hriday Ahuja and I am a sports enthusiast. I play kabaddi, cricket and chess, and I have also played a zonal level of these sports and also secured various medals from them. I also like to do different variation of exercises, as you can see here. My hobbies also includes traveling. I have recently visited Manali and Rohtang, and finally I also like to know about how the human brain operates and usually the psychology of mind, and currently I am also reading the book The Science of Self-Talk. Thank you.
As I said, I love to explore about Hindu mythology and also love to read about it. So I love to watching TV series like Mahabharata, etc., which gave me immense knowledge about the past Hindu culture, customs and tradition. Also, I love to travel with my family, so I recently went to Jaipur, Rajasthan and explored various forts and kingdoms, pretty much inspired by the autobiographies of various persons like Dr. Kalam, etc., which also taught me that with the help of determination and hard work, we can climb every success.
and personal life. Thank you. I also recommend everyone to read the book.
He said I love to read inspirational and motivational books. So I got a chance to read an autobiography of Dr. Kalam, Wings of Fire. I also recommend that book because it teaches us every lesson of life. It teaches us that truth in end always wins. We should be dedicated towards our work irrespective of the circumstances in the environment. We should be committed to our work and we should never forget our responsibilities. Thank you.
जय धारी माँ, जय धारी माँ आप सबको। अमीन, जय धारी माँ।
जय धन।
बच्चों, वेरी वेलकम। यंगस्टर्स, आप सबकी आराध्य को नमो। Do you believe that you need to connect with your maker every single day? Do you believe in that? 15, 16.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
As you grow in life, we've just seen 2 lovely videos, and I saw Ridhe doing fitness. He was doing fitness, right? Ridhe, you like your fitness and your gymming?
Yes, ma'am.
So that's your physical strength, and we also
ma'am.
develop spiritual muscles.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So we go on to develop spiritual muscles, worldly muscles, emotional muscles, so that you're all equipped. Mummy, they're going to talk to you about their unsung hero. And Aditya has a little poem also, a 4-line poem also about the unsung hero. And then they have some very interesting questions for you. So we show you a little video clip about their unsung hero, and then all yours.
Please proceed. Go ahead. Straight away ये बात, ठीक है? ये 2 पोस्ट कर सकते हैं exclusively before the snippets come.
Mummy, can they start?
Yeah.
We've just seen a clip. Ji.
Beginning with you, Hari. Welcome from Pondicherry.
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Very nice.
Hi, ma'am. Good evening.
Whenever the word Pondicherry comes, it just delights me.
Yeah.
I feel so related to Pondicherry.
Yes, ma'am.
You're very
Very
fortunate.
glad to see you.
Yeah?
I am very glad and excited to see you, ma'am.
So am I. Even though you may and I may not have met each other directly, I believe your mom came for some event at Rajnivas.
Yes, ma'am. She told a lot about you. You are so kind to all the workers in Raj Niwas. You are the first governor who allowed people, visitors, to enter into Raj Niwas to see how Raj Niwas was. You are a super governor, which I had ever seen in my past 16 years, ma'am.
You were a child to know that.
Yeah.
But Pondicherry is one of the most beautiful part of India. Enjoy it every bit. It's very good. It's raining there right now, isn't it?
Yeah, but I even participated in yoga at 2017 in beach. I also participated in that. With you,
Lovely.
I also done yoga in front of the beach in
Lovely.
morning.
The yoga day.
Yes.
Good.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Hari. Who is your unsung hero? Tell us a little quickly about it, Hari.
My unsung hero is Tirupur Kumaran. He born on 4 October 1904 at Erode. Their parents were weavers. Their family was very poor. To increase their family income, Tirupur Kumaran came to Tirupur and worked in a cotton industry as a worker. Due to his undying spirit towards our nation, he joined Tirupur Desabandhu and do his work perfectly. He preached about Gandhiji in the youth association. One time Gandhiji was arrested by British. At that time, Ishwara Murthy Counter was formed a protest against British. In that, the Tirupur members, including Tirupur Kumaran, was voluntarily show their willingness to participate in that protest and fight against the British. But Tirupur Kumaran's parents refused and begged to Tirupur Kumaran to us, but Tirupur Kumaran refused to do that, and he participated in that protest bravely by raising our national flag in his hand and by chanting Bharat Mata Ki Jai. On seeing this protest, British beat him with their stick on his head. He fell down, his brain came out, even though he never leave our national flag to fall down on the ground. Britishers beat him, blew the national flag and put it down. He died on the spot by seeing our national flag. After hearing this story, I am so shocked how the national leaders, fighters fight to get freedom for our country. We need to respect them. We cannot able to show respect because they are all died. We can show respect by obeying our national rules, government rules, and we need to respect them by respecting our government rules, ma'am.
Perfect. That was the whole objective of keeping this movement going live, is unsung heroes. I think that was the whole objective. So
Yes,
that
ma'am.
when you read about them, you get sensitized as youth that how much has gone before, while we hear about the sung heroes, but we do
Yeah,
not hear about the unsung heroes. That's why the word is unsung heroes.
yeah,
And pre-independence, all our Indian prisons were basically full of freedom fighters, all freedom fighters
yes,
arrested by the British, and British were very, very cruel. They're
yes,
very,
ma'am.
and they hung very many young people. So the whole objective of all of you youngsters studying about unsung heroes and sharing about and researching is basically to value the contribution they made.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Thank you, Hari, for remembering this. Go ahead, Aditya, your turn.
Yes, ma'am. First of all, it's an altogether surreal moment for me. I can't stop freaking out. Like we have been as a kid reading and watching you on the televisions and interviews, and it's like a dream come true moment for me altogether. I can't. I can't possibly express the whole excitement that is in my head right now. So thanks a million for that. And the reason why I am a bibliophile is all because of you. You inspired me immensely in that direction. So thank you
Bless you.
for that.
Thank you, Aditya. Who have you researched to become your unsung hero?
Yes, ma'am. It's arguably one of the most obscure figure that I have dig deeper about. And the unsung hero is Veer Kuwan Singh from Bihar. And before moving further, I would like to quote a couple of sentences from a book called Magic of Thinking Big by David Schwartz, and that is going to make sense when I will get got done with this entire thing about Veer Kuwar Singh. And that quote is, "It is not important how old we are; it is our attitude towards it that makes it a blessing or a barrier." So so, Veer Kuwar Singh was basically a valiant and the most courageous freedom fighters out there who fought valiantly in the Sepoy Mutiny that transpired in 1857. And he should have been credited and should have been commemorated as the most prominent one, and after Jhansi Ki Rani, because his commitment and contribution was undeniably unparalleled and was unwavering. So the thing is, he was born in Bihar and in the district of Jagdishpur, which is now situated in Ara district of Bihar. So in case you don't know where this place exactly is, I'll have to show the map of the India. So this is Bihar, ma'am, and this is that place. This is
Right,
so
right.
It was actually from the western part of the Bihar he belongs to, and he was a son of a landlord, Shahzada Singh, who struggled immensely to retain his resources because his resources was snatched away by Britishers because of the fact that he couldn't pay off the all the taxes which were exorbitantly high. So his childhood went with a lot of struggle and hardships. That's why he couldn't complete his education thoroughly. Although he learned the art of fighting and various techniques of using sport that consistently kept making him stronger and stronger. And thereby he turned out to be a great warrior and soldier who later saved his region. And in 1820, and he was born in 13 November 1777, actually, ma'am. So, and when he was a teenager, he was inspired immensely by his parents and by his mother, his mother, who was also involved in this entire thing.
So what,
And
like Hari said, that he was deeply touched and realized himself how much has gone before for to earn our independence. That's what touched Hari. It's actually moved him. What moved you?
ma'am, the thing is, he fought for his region, which is Jagdishpur, and fought with Britishers for 7 times. And for the straight 7 times, he was on the top every time. Never, not for a single moment and time did he let Britishers take over his region. And all this, he was able to do this when he was 80, the age when people like do not have the way, they are in a hypochondriac situation. So he took charge and fought with
So
the
what is
Britishers
your
for
takeaway?
7.
What is your learning? What has actually impacted you from his life?
My learning is that age is never a barrier. All it takes to do anything that you have to do is commitment and grit. If it's age that you are going to make an excuse, then you won't be able to do anything. And so, second learning is that we should always be like a bird which is called phoenix. We should never give up, no matter how struggle and hardship there is on our odyssey and journey. We should always be headstrong towards our goal, because that's
Good.
what
Now,
eventually matters.
why we are asking you to give your learning, because many of your questions are actually answering some of you coming through these unsung heroes, because this is what they stood for. You're looking for the same kind of answers. Most of your questions which I've received from all of you here, actually are all talking about grit and determination. See,
Yes,
you're answering many of the questions which you have raised collectively, individually. So we'll come into that. But why I'm asking you is because exactly the answers are grit and determination, and never give up, perseverance. Grit, determination, and perseverance. Right? Thank you, Aditya. Let's go to Ashutosh. Ashutosh
yes,
from
ma'am.
Dhanbad.
Good evening, ma'am, and to all the viewers that are in the session. First of all, ma'am, I wish my huge thanks to the God that He has given me this opportunity to have a session with a person like you. You have always been an what to say ideal for all of us. My one of my friends from my school, Swastik Majumdar, he also participated in a session with you. My brother inspired me to also participate in a session with you. He is my younger brother. So I filled the form and I received the notification about the session just one day before my NEET examinations. I was very much stressed about the NEET examinations, but when I received this information that I am going to have a session with you, means most of my stress was over. Ma'am, I have done my schooling from Dhanbad Public School, and ma'am, my school has also always inspired us about reading. My school is also a part of the PN Panika National Reading Mission movement that is going worldwide. And I have given my class 12 board examinations few months back, and the results were released few days before. I participate in a number of debate and recitation competitions, and I also love to help my younger brothers and sisters in their studies in my free time.
Very nice. So good to hear that. And reading
Thank
about the unsung heroes must have inspired you even more.
Yes, ma'am.
Who is your unsung hero?
Ma'am, my unsung hero is Prabhat Chandra Bose. He is generally referred to as PC Bose. Now, whenever I used to tell people about Prabhat Chandra Bose, they used to get confused with Subhash Chandra Bose. So that's why every time I have to make them say that no, I have Subhash Chandra Bose was also a great freedom fighter, but presently I'm talking about Prabhat Chandra Bose. He is commonly known as PC Bose. He was born in the Khashyal village of Jessore district in British Raj on 17 August 1899. He did his graduation in Bachelor of Arts. He was not from a very rich family, but he always gave priority to education. His family migrated from Bengal to Jharia in Dhanbad. Jharia is famous for its coal mines. And during the British Raj, the laborers in the coal mines were brutally treated. They were killed or they were mistreated. Their families, their wives were also mistreated by the British officials. So when he came to Dhanbad, he at first worked as a teacher in the Jharia Raj High School because what he thought that it's urgent to educate the laborers, their children, because if they will be educated, it will be easier for them to treat how to react to the Britishers because they were uneducated. They were not aware of the little bit rights that were also given to them by the Britishers. So he was a great laborer activist. Moreover, he was an active politician from this area. He was a Gandhian independence activist. Ma'am, as you said firstly, that a large number of freedom fighters were sent to jail. He was also quoted imprisonment 5 times and he remained in jail for 6 years. He was not very nice treated in the jail. Then also, whenever he got to come out from the jail, he spread the idea of education and how to treat with full zeal and enthusiasm to the Britishers that we also have some rights. So what I got to learn from PC Bose was that he was not from a very rich family. So, but money did not become an obstacle for him to get educated and make people more educated. And during the freedom struggle, education also played a very important role because Macaulay and all, they tried to eradicate the Vedic education that was given to the Indians and tried to bring their education. He also participated with Rabindranath Tagore and tried to spread about the concepts of the Vedic knowledge also that we have in our nation. Because when we will be aware about our culture, then only we will be able to fight against the Britishers. Otherwise, just knowing what are the British norms and what is the British culture cannot help us to participate fully in the freedom struggle. So what I got to learn from PC was that money and obstacles cannot stop. And as you said in the beginning, only that few of the questions that we have given to you, a short bit of answer I got from this only from the question that I have given to you.
Correct.
Thank you, ma'am.
Very nice. So proud to hear from you, Ashu.
Thank
What
you.
are you studying right now?
Ma'am, presently I am preparing for the medical entrance exams, that is NEET, and some other also entrance exam. I got my result for class 12 last month only.
Okay, good. You're a bright boy. I'm sure you're going to make it big.
Thank you, ma'am.
All of you seem so bright and big. We are so proud of the group we have today. Each one of you, the kind of books you're all reading, the manner in which you've researched, the three of you have heard so far. We're very proud. We're proud to connect with you. And we're
Thank you,
connected
ma'am.
for a long, long time.
Getting such a compliment from you is a very great achievement for me. This only.
I think full credit goes to your school, the teachers you're mentioning, and the personal efforts
Yes,
you're putting. I think it's very, very
yes.
creditable. So
Thank
far,
you.
I'm so far very enjoyable reading, listening. Saina and I are, I think, truly privileged hearing you all three so far. You're so motivated. You're truly inspired, boys. Oh,
Thank
this
you.
is the
Thank
first
you.
time. This is the first time we got 5 boys and 1 girl. Earlier we've had 3 boys, 3 girls, or 2 boys and 4 girls. But this is the first time Joanne is the only girl, and yes, we got all boys. I think this time the panel is very different, and it's a great experience hearing you all youngsters. Lovely, lovely. Vishu, what is your turn now from Delhi? Vishu from Delhi. Your turn.
मैम प्रणाम आपको मेरी तरफ से, और मैम बहुत ही ज्यादा
प्रणाम।
अच्छा महसूस कर रहा हूँ आपको अपने सामने देखकर।
बहुत अच्छा विशु, थैंक यू।
एंड मैम
आप क्या
स्टार्टिंग से ही आपको मैम
बताना,
देखा है, आपकी इंटरव्यूज वगैरह सुनी है।
आप क्या बताना
यस
चाहेंगे
मैम।
विशु? आप क्या क्या रिसर्च, कितना कहाँ पढ़ रहे हैं?
मैम माई सेल्फ विशु फ्रॉम दिल्ली, स्टडिंग इन 12th स्टैंडर्ड इन न्यू दिल्ली पब्लिक स्कूल, एंड करंटली आई एम रिसाइडिंग इन दिल्ली।
गुड। तो तुमने क्या, व्हाट हैव यू रिसर्च्ड फॉर योर अनसंग हीरो विशु?
मैम बिफोर माई आंसर हीरो आई वांट टू से समथिंग टू यू।
ओके।
मैम मतलब मैं ये कहना चाह रहा था कि स्टार्टिंग से ही मैम आपको आपके इंटरव्यूज वगैरह सब देख रहे हैं और आपके जैसे ही बनना चाह रहे हैं, और आज बिल्कुल भी विश्वास नहीं हो रहा, बिल्कुल भी, चाहे कोई कह भी दे कि आपके सामने आज हम इंटरव्यू दे रहे हैं या फिर आपके सामने हम सेशन कर रहे हैं, तो बहुत ही बहुत धन्यवाद आपकी टीम वगैरह को कि हमें अब मौका दिया गया ऐसा, और भगवान करे कि आपके जैसे ही बन पाए, और बहुत ही अच्छा लग रहा है आपसे मिलकर।
अगर आप में इस उम्र में ये अभिलाषा है और ऐसी इच्छा है, दृढ़ निश्चय से, सही मार्गदर्शन से, सही मार्ग पर चलने से आप जरूर बन जाएंगे जो चाहते हैं बनना।
धन्यवाद।
शाबाश। ओके विशु, अब अपनी बात बताओ, बताना चाहोगे क्या
मैम
रिसर्च किया आपने?
यस मैम, मैम मेरे अनसंग हीरो है मैम दुर्गावती देवी है मैम। मैम दोनों हिंदी इंग्लिश में मिक्स करके बोल सकते हैं?
हाँ बिल्कुल, आप हिंदी में ही बोल सकते हैं, आपकी मर्जी, जहाँ जिस जुबान में आप कंफर्टेबल है वो ही बोलिए।
मैम मेरे अनसंग हीरो हैं आज के दुर्गावती देवी मैम, ये प्रयागराज से बिलोंग करते हैं, यूपी से, और मैम इनका जो बर्थ प्लेस है वो प्रयागराज ही है, और 7 अक्टूबर की इनकी बर्थ डेट है। मैम ये ज्यादातर लोगों को नहीं पता इन बारे में, जहाँ इनका बर्थ प्लेस है वहां भी, क्योंकि मैम ये काफी डिप्रेस्ड रही थी स्टार्टिंग में, और जब मैम इनको फ्रीडम फाइटर और ब्रिटिश स्ट्रगल के दौरान पार्टिसिपेट किया गया, तभी लोगों ने काफी प्रोटेस्ट वगैरह करा। मेनली जिनका जो पार्टिसिपेशन था ब्रिटिश रूल में, वो ये था कि मैम जो भगत सिंह का जो ट्रेन वाला एक्सीडेंट है जो हम सब जानते हैं, उनमें इनका काफी इंपॉर्टेंट पार्टिसिपेशन था। मैम इन्होंने उनको एस्केप करने में हमें हेल्प करी थी, कि वहां पे काफी वायलेंस हुई, हिंसा हुई, तभी इन्होंने अपना पार्टिसिपेशन काफी एक्टिवली दिखाया, और उनसे जो बाकी जो मेंबर्स थे उस टाइम के सोसाइटी के, इनके ग्रुप के, फ्रीडम रेवोल्यूशन के, वो काफी इंप्रेस थे इनसे। तो मैम इनसे हम यही सीख सकते हैं कि बिसाइड्स अ वुमेन, शी आल्सो पार्टिसिपेटेड एक्टिवली in freedom struggle. Besides that, she can thought that women are backward in the area, and that time the women are not actively participating in the revolution, etc. तो हम हमसे ये भी कह सकते हैं कि हमें डरना नहीं चाहिए कि सर्कमस्टांसेस कैसे हैं या फिर हमारे ग्रुप के पीपल हमें क्या कह रहे हैं। हमें अपना पॉइंट स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड होकर रखना चाहिए, और इससे ही हम अपने जो व्यूज है उनको एक्सप्रेस कर पाएंगे। जैसे हम आज भी हम एग्जांपल ले सकते हैं, अगर हम डरें कि इतने बड़े पर्सन हमारे सामने बैठे हैं और हम अपने व्यूज कैसे एक्सप्रेस कर पाए, लेकिन हम खुल के बोल सकते हैं ताकि आप हमें लर्निंग दे सके और हमारा एक्सपीरियंस ग्रोथ हो सके।
शाबाश, वेरी गुड। मैं बहुत खुश हूँ आपकी बातें सुन के, आपके विचार सुन के। थैंक यू सो मच,
धन्यवाद।
वेरी नाइस विशु, थैंक यू। ओके जॉन,
धन्यवाद।
where is Omalur? Where is John? What is where is Omalur? Explain.
Ma'am, it's actually in Patnamthitta, which is a district of Kerala.
Oh, right. Oh, I see. Lovely.
Yes, ma'am.
So we have somebody
Ma'am,
from Kerala right here. Very nice.
Ma'am, a wonderful pleasure to be here. A wonderful pleasure to see you. My unsung hero that I've chosen today is Akamacharyan from Kerala. Now, the reason why I chose her from the many freedom fighters of Kerala is because of this one incident that really inspired me. So, let's imagine the scene. It's October 1939, British ruled Travancore, and people are all gathering near the Tampanu railway station, and they're all wearing white jubbas and donning white Gandhi caps, and they're chanting slogans, Mahatma Gandhi ki jai, State Congress ki jai. This group of people, they go towards the Kaudia Palace, which is also in Tampanur, to meet the Maharaja, because they have certain requests that they want to be fulfilled. And to their surprise, there's this huge group of British soldiers, and the colonel there, Colonel Watson, he steps forward and he issues threats. If you go on forward, we will shoot you. The people are scared. The people are perplexed. What do? From that mass rally, a woman steps forward. Guess who she is? Akamacharyan. Riding in an open jeep, she tells Colonel Watson, I am their leader. Shoot me first before you kill the others. Shoot me first before you kill the others. The colonel had no choice but to tell his troops to back down. And as a result, whatever request they wanted to be fulfilled, it was all satisfied. Whether it was to revoke the ban on the state congress or whether to release the arrested prisoners, it all happened. All because of Akamacharyan. In fact, Mahatma Gandhi was so astonished and proud that he even gave her the title the Jhansi Rani of Travancore. What an accomplishment, right? So, along with all of this, Akamacharyan also knew that in the freedom struggle, women participation was very important and very integral. She, along with the state congress, they formed the Desha Sevika Sangh, and she traveled all across and inspired many women to join the cause. As a result, there was a huge surge in the number of women who joined local bodies, and all this happened just because of her. She was arrested many times, once because she went against the Divan of Travancore, who said that Travancore should be a separate place, not part of the Indian Union. She was against that. Another time because she, along with her sister Rosamma, they both attended the banned annual conference of the State Congress. And you'd think that after independence, 1947, she'd settle down. No, she joined politics and she still rallied for people's causes. But sooner or later, she realized that politics was not her cup of tea, so she joined the Freedom Fighters Advisory Pension Committee. Sadly, in 1982, she passed away. And as a tribute, there was a huge statue erected of hers in Tirunelveli, and a documentary was made in her name. But I think the biggest tribute that any of us can give her is to remember her words and her actions and inculcate it in our lives. What really inspired me was her leadership. She stepped forward and she said, "Shoot me first before you kill the others." If she could do that, then certainly in our day to day life, we can fight against the injustices of our world. Thank you.
How wonderful. See what a wonderful impact it's had on you too, reading her. You becoming like her. You becoming, see, that courage is getting transferred into you. When you read inspirational literature, lives, inspirational lives, courageous lives, they rub on you. They rub on you. That's the whole objective. It's rubbing on you. We are not going to give up this movement of identifying unsung heroes as long as we can. And in fact, the Unsung Heroes event on Doordarshan is starting very soon after the Independence Day, 15th of August. We will be informing you. The demonstrative learning team will be informing all our children who've been a part of the book reading sessions, to not miss it. And if they miss it, where do they go to? Because you will get to know more and more, and you will become an inspired generation, grateful generation. Most important, grateful generation. The way I'm seeing gratitude in all of you so far is from what you've read. You're surprisingly, you're surprised and you're grateful and you're sensitized. Okay, Hriday, you're another one from Delhi this time. We got two people from Delhi. Okay, Hriday, carry on. Your turn. Thank you, John.
Good evening, ma'am.
What are you doing? Are you in standard 11 or 10?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
11th,
Yes, ma'am.
11. Okay. All right.
Yes,
Hriday,
ma'am.
your turn.
Yes, ma'am. Before starting anything, ma'am, my grandmother used to be an police officer. Ma'am, she used to work under you.
Ah, oh,
My
lovely.
grandmother. Yes, ma'am.
Oh,
I wanted
nice.
to tell you that.
Thank you. My pranam to her.
No, ma'am, she's no, ma'am. I just wanted to tell you about her.
Oh my
I
God.
hope
She,
you know about her.
what's her name? What was her name?
Ma'am, Nita Kalra, man special police officer, ma'am, 1990 batch.
Wow.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I did. Oh, she was quite good in age when she was working with me, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, we all miss her then. I'm so sorry to hear. But thank you for remembering this and that she told you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, my
Okay,
my
Hriday?
name is yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
My
So
name
what
is
are you
Hriday
doing?
Ahuja.
Which school are you in?
Ma'am, currently, ma'am, my 10th board result just came out. I passed it with first division, 91%. Ma'am, school topper.
Wonderful.
Ma'am,
Superb.
so
Which is your
yes,
school,
ma'am.
Hriday?
Currently, ma'am, I'm in class
Which
11.
is
Ma'am, Greenfield School, New Delhi.
okay. Okay, Hriday, your turn. Tell us about your unsung hero.
Yes. Ma'am, my unsung hero is Shahid Jeet Singh. Most of the people don't know about him. Neither he has an separate Wikipedia page, but in the area of New Delhi, most people know about him with the nickname of Jeet. With the nickname of Jeet. Most of his work was of post-independence during the India-Pakistan war. Before also independence, he was born on 1939. Conceived of poverty, he had seen poverty from his childhood. Inspired by the ideas of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, he decided to join the army. One of the main reasons he still remember till now, because of that truck crash which he crashed the truck. Ma'am, let's imagine that scene. There is one truck. Uh, there is one truck and three Pakistan big tanks. Ma'am, he used that truck, filled the bombs in that truck. He drove that truck alone. He crashed that three trucks and all the trucks. Ma'am, around 70 Pakistan soldiers. He took all of them in just one. Ma'am, and then in that fight, ma'am, he got martyred because
Oh,
all of these incidents in ma'am, especially in Katwar Saram, Marg is also named after him, and everywhere, ma'am, his posters are around in New Delhi.
what is the mark? What's the name of the mark?
Shahid Jeet Singh Marg.
Ah, अच्छा, अच्छा. See, it's so
Yes,
good to
ma'am.
know the background of कि ये नाम क्यों है ऐसा,
Yes,
ये
ma'am.
नाम क्यों दिया गया मार्ग का, है ना?
Yes,
नहीं
ma'am.
तो पता ही नहीं
Ma'am,
चलता.
yes, ma'am. Ma'am, that showed his courageousness and braveness, ma'am, which inspired me a lot.
Wonderful. कितना इम्पोर्टेंट है
Thank
आपको जानना कि ये जो नाम, क्योंकि स्कूल, यूनिवर्सिटीज, पार्क्स, सड़कें, कई चीज़ें, कई मॉन्यूमेंट्स उनके नाम से ऐसे हैं, लेकिन हम लोग वी डोंट गो बिहाइंड द नेम. बट नाउ आई
Yes,
थिंक
ma'am.
दिस इज अनदर इंटरेस्टिंग थिंग. ऑल ऑफ यू स्टूडेंट्स याद रहेगा कि मैं पता करूँ ये जिसके नाम से ये है कौन.
Yes, ma'am.
यू कैन
Because of that curiosity, I researched
ऑलवेज
about him.
मिलेगा इंफॉर्मेशन.
Yes, ma'am.
Lovely. Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much for this.
A great honor
Thank
to
you.
meet you. A great honor
Thank
to
you,
meet
Hriday. And now, Saina, should we go to their questions?
Ji, would you like to answer them one by one, or would you like to
I'll
take
do
them?
one by one quickly so
Yes.
that we have a few minutes left again for a
Ji,
roundup.
we'll
Huh?
take yes.
So, Aditya, let me go to Aditya Raj from Begusarai. Aditya, your question. What's your question? Briefly, you can answer a question. And I want some of you to answer this. Try and apply your mind to his question. And then I will add to your answer. I want you to think. It's a critical thinking group too, where you think too. Maybe you have better answers. So let me see what Aditya's question is, what your answers are, and then I will add my answer to it. Okay, go ahead. Aditya, your question.
Yes, ma'am. So,
What's
ma'am,
your
my
question?
question was that if we have something unkind, yes,
We lost the
मम्मी
sound.
आप you have the question. आप बता दें अगर आंसर देना है.
बोलो, पढ़ो अपना question.
okay, ma'am.
Aditya,
So, my
read.
question was that if we have something in unconventional and novel to do, and we are not surrounded by like-minded people, then how should we keep us inspired in a way that we are headstrong to our intentions and that
So, आपका कहना
unconventional
है
thing that is novel and
आपका कहना है कि जब कोई व्यक्ति, मान लीजिए आप कोई चीज नया कर रहे हैं, कोई नॉवल है, इट्स समथिंग ओरिजिनल, इट्स नॉट अनकन्वेंशनल, और लाइक जो
yes,
लोग
ma'am.
आसपास है, हाउ डू यू कीप देम इंस्पायर्ड टू बी विद यू एंड नॉट रन यू डाउन बट रिमेन पॉजिटिव विद यू? ये क्वेश्चन आपका.
Yes, ma'am, because resistance is inevitable in that case. People will resist you because they don't have an inkling of what I'm going to
आपका
do.
ब्रीफली क्वेश्चन ये है कि जब आप कुछ नया कर रहे हैं, अनोखा कर रहे हैं, आपकी विषय में it's something unconventional and novel, but others don't appreciate it. How do you keep them? How do you turn their mindset? Is that your question? Okay. Can we have a quick answer from others
Yes, ma'am,
before I
exactly.
give you the answer? Good, good. Okay, Hari, would you like to answer briefly? Ashutosh, any answer quickly? Vishu, any answer? Raise your hand. Whoever wants to answer, raise your hand. I'll ask you to answer. Okay, Vishu, आपका जवाब? Okay, John. Then Ashutosh also wants to answer. Vishu, तुम्हारा brief answer? ऐसे को क्या करना चाहिए?
मैम मैं यही कहना चाहूंगा इस ओपिनियन में कि अगर आप कुछ नया भी कर रहे हैं तो ये बिल्कुल ये होगा कि सराउंडिंग्स या एटमॉस्फेयर आपको रेसिस्ट करेगा। लेकिन जैसे मैंने पहले भी कहा कि आपके ओपिनियन ज्यादा मैटर करने चाहिए, तो जैसे कि इन्होंने कहा कि ये कुछ नया भी करना चाह रहे हैं, तो अपने जो इनका प्रोफेशनल जो प्लान है उनके अकॉर्डिंग चले, तो जो एनवायरनमेंट है उससे ओवरकम करने में इनको हेल्प भी होगी।
Ashu, what is your answer? Ashutosh?
So
Aditya, now
what I
listen to
think
his
that as
answer.
from the unsung heroes portion also we saw that most of the unsung heroes in a group of the British people only they were trying to keep their views. Most of the people with whom they were fighting or they were approaching their demands, they were against them. But also then they were determined towards that. They were resolved towards their ideas and continuously they were keeping up their views. So if he keeps up his views, remains determined towards his goal, then he can surely keep his views and ideas.
See, very good. Joy, what's your question answer?
Ma'am, just like how Vishu said, people are always going to pull you down. If you look in history and you find all the geniuses, whether it's Einstein or whether it's Thomas Alva Edison, if they hadn't strived to be different from others, if they didn't have that inspiration in them, they wouldn't have found out all these innovative things. So what I'm saying is just believe in yourself. You can do it.
Yeah, that's it. Perfect. Saina, would you like to add anything?
बच्चों ने बता दिया, पर आदित्य आप शुरुआत ही कुछ नया कर रहे हो और अनकन्वेंशनल कर रहे हो, तो उसी में उत्तर है। आपका कार्य अनकन्वेंशनल है, आप शुरुआत ही नया कर रहे हो बेटा, तो एकदम तो। लेकिन हाँ, when people see your perseverance, if it is about people, when they see your perseverance, when they see your determination, when they see your self-belief, and they see how real your resolve is, फिर सब ठीक हो जाएगा। तो आपको खुद को इतनी हिम्मत मिलेगी उसके लिए।
So Aditya, आपको करेक्ट आंसर्स मिल गए। आई थिंक गोइंग बैक टू फ्रीडम फाइटर्स, अगर ब्रिटिशर्स का कहना मानते तो आज इंडिपेंडेंस मिलती? फ्रीडम फाइटर्स तो सभी के खिलाफ गए। They were unconventional in whatever they were doing, but what was the secret? I think the words is grit and determination. आई थी ना बात डिस्कशन में?
Yes.
तो अगर आप
Yes, ma'am.
कन्विंस्ड है, मेन थिंग इज एज योन ऑल्सो सेड इज योर सेल्फ बिलीफ। आप सब बिलीव करते हैं कि जो मैं कर रही हूँ, जब मैं आईपीएस में आ रही थी, आई वॉज द फर्स्ट वुमन इन यूनिफॉर्म इन द रैंक। अनकन्वेंशनल था, स्वाई मेरी फैमिली के और
Yes,
और
ma'am.
थे, बाकी बड़े हैरान थे। तो क्या मैं उनकी हैरानी
That's
समझती
why
कि मैं
I'm
अपने में
question
विश्वास
because
करूं? हाँ?
yes, ma'am.
आई ना बात? तो अगर आप कन्विंस्ड हैं कि जो आप कर रहे
Yes.
हैं, जिस राह पे आप चल रहे हैं, आप ठीक है, सुनिए सबकी, करिए अपनी, सुन सकते हैं आप दूसरों को, लेकिन एक बात है, दूसरों के मूड्स की आप गारंटी नहीं लेंगे। दूसरे बुस हो गए, दूसरे उदास हो गए, दूसरे परेशान हो गए, उनका मूड देखोगे, अपनी बात करोगे। तुम पॉपुलर कॉन्टेस्ट में नहीं हो, यू आर नॉट इन पॉपुलैरिटी कॉन्टेस्ट, यू आर इन सेल्फ ग्रोथ। ठीक है? तो जब आप अनकन्वेंशनल को चीज कर रहे हो और ओरिजिनल है, अच्छी है, और आप बिलीव करते हो, तो सुनो, अगर अच्छी बात लगे तो ले लो, नहीं तो रिजेक्ट कर दो। लेकिन आप पॉपुलैरिटी में नहीं हो कि वो उदास हो गया, वो नाराज हो गया। समझाने की कोशिश करो, नहीं समझे तो ना समझे, उनकी प्रॉब्लम। तो अब दूसरों का अपना मूड दूसरों के साथ मत लिंक करो। वो उदास हो गया, मैं उदास हो गया, वो खुश है, मैं खुश हूं। अरे तुम अपना सोचो. So it's about your belief in your own self. आप convinced हो कि जो आप कर रहे हो perfect. Okay?
Okay, ma'am. Thanks a million for this.
सारे
Wonderful.
ग्रुप का आया है. अभी कुमार आशुतोष धनबाद. कुमार, what's your question?
Yes, ma'am.
You got 4-5 lines written. What's your brief question?
Ma'am, in brief, the question what I wanted to ask was that we plan our goals and what we need to do for our studies or anything we plan, and we start in the beginning. We start with full zeal and enthusiasm, but in the way, each and every day is not same. Someday we might be happy. Someday there may be a down. Means someday might not be such a happy day for us. We may face some problem. So how to then also keep ourselves motivated to do that work, because we may lose someone very close to us, or someday we may have fever, so we start giving us excuses now that okay, this day this has happened, next day this has happened, so leave, tomorrow I will do. That is procrastination that we generally say. So how to avoid that?
It's all your thoughts again. Because your thought is saying मैं नहीं कर पाया. It's your thought which will change it, saying मैं कर सकता हूँ. So that means you have to become very aware. I've repeatedly always said awareness of your thoughts is critical. If at this young age, which we all, some of us have learned it at a higher age, हम लोग बड़े होके सीखेंगे, लेकिन अगर आप इस उम्र में सीख जाओ कि मेरे में इस वक्त क्या विचार आ रहा है, मेरा विचार उदासी का है, मेरा विचार हार का है, मेरा विचार मोनोटनी का है, मेरा विचार बोरिंग हो गया है, वो मेरा विचार बोरिंग हो गया है, लेकिन मैं नहीं हूं. मैं अपने विचार को बदल सकता हूं. और आप फिर उस विचार को से साथ डायलॉग करो. तुम, दैट मीन्स यू एंड योर माइंड आर टू डिफरेंट थिंग्स. अपने माइंड के साथ डायलॉग करो कि तुम खूब बोल रहे हो, मैं तो नहीं बोल रहा, तू क्यों मुझे आइडिया दे रहा है. कीप क्वाइट. I want to change. I want to do something nice. I want to do something original. So if you do that, that basically means at such a young age, I'm trying to tell you what Bhagwan Krishna has said in the Gita. What many seniors have gone into meditation programs to learn this basic thing. आज मैं उदास हो रहा हूँ. क्यों उदास हो रहा हूँ? मैं क्यों नहीं समझूं कि ये मैं सारा दिन इसमें नहीं है. हाँ, मैं उसका उदासी का कारण ढूंढता हूँ या बोरिंग होने का कारण हो रहा. अब मेरा माइंड थक गया है तो मैं चेंज करता हूँ. मैं कुछ गेम खेलता हूँ, मैं कुछ म्यूजिक सुनता हूँ, मैं किसी के काम आता हूँ, तो कोई आप में से. सो आई चेंज माय एनवायरनमेंट अ लिटिल so that my thought changes and it recedes. It's back to your own mind. Where is this thought of monotony, boring, or routine coming, or failure coming? From your mind. Go back to your mind and change its thought.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
That means the key to your mind must stay with you, not in your mind. Key is with you, not in. So the mind is saying हार गया, mind says जीत गया. So you, the key is yours. Which one do you want to choose? Choose.
Yes.
In fact, this is an answer to many of your questions which are going to be coming. And that's when you practice. In fact, in the end, I will tell you what Swamiji said about these. I will give you a wrap up in the end. But let me go quite quickly to others' questions. Hari, what's your question briefly?
What, as a student, what I can do to develop our nation into a developed nation, ma'am?
Is develop you. Develop yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
A healthy body is a healthy mind, but healthy bodies, healthy people is a healthy nation.
Yes.
So educated nation is an educated youth is educated nation. Healthy youth is a healthy nation.
Yes.
COVID-free nation, COVID-free people is a healthy nation. But COVID affected is a unhealthy
nation.
That's
yes.
right. So you take charge of yourself and you take charge of your surrounding. If you can,
Yes.
your brothers, youngers, your sisters, helping your elders, your neighborhood, your village, your school. Then you become a school leader or you become a school mentor. What do? Mind the class. That means you're helping others. So first begin with yourself. It's you and
Yes.
yourself. When you build yourself, you build a better you. When you build a better you, you build a better life. And that
Yes.
life, one man is enough to change the nation. One man is enough to start a movement. One man causes a revolution. Small but a big way. So you build yourself, educate yourself, be mentally, physically fit, be in charge with positive energy. तो जब ये सारी character अपना character बनाओगे, you are an asset to the nation. Every healthy, positive youth is a asset to the nation. That's why we call it brain drain. When a bright person goes out of India and is an innovator, we call it brain drain. That one person. He stays back, he creates an innovation. He creates a Nobel innovation. He goes away, he creates it there. He creates it overseas. And he gets a Nobel Prize. But now he's Indian roots, but American based.
Yes.
You understand that? So
Yes,
first
ma'am.
take charge of yourselves. So Hari, now Joan, what's your question in short? You're from Joan? Is Joan here?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Joan.
So I'd like to be a lawyer in the future, so it's regarding that. I'm aware that the Constitution is a staunch guarantee for rights, but I'm pretty sure that I'll come across some cases in the future which are morally gray, and because of lack of evidence or certain circumstances, the person would not be guaranteed freedom, or there'll be something stopping them from their freedom. So in such cases, as a lawyer, do you think that half truths would be okay if the end justifies the means, that is, the person is saved from the injustice?
You're asking a very difficult question. I've also done a law degree, and there are lawyers and lawyers. I know it's a legal duty to defend a client when a client comes, and you know the client is lying, and you know the client has committed the murder. You know the client has cheated. It's a very difficult call as a professional to take. But if I were you, I won't defend him. I won't take the case. And something like Abraham Lincoln did. Abraham Lincoln made it very point. Come to me with clean hands, but you are being looked at wrongly. I'll defend you. So if it is a borderline case where somebody is being wrongly arrested, I'll go to the hilt to defend him, and you'll win, because there will be a moral conviction in it. So I don't know. Otherwise, now this is a dichotomy, and you'll not have the same answer from two people about this. But I can't imagine if somebody who's, let's say, murdered his family member for whatever reason, or he's done it for gain, and I go and defend him to save him. I don't know. I don't think I'll be able to do it. I won't have a moral conscience to do it as a legal profession. Though legally, it says you have to defend your client. That's a professional duty. So I think this is a call every lawyer takes. It varies from person to person. So you will have to take a call. And you will have to tell the lawyer. And by the way, overseas, lawyers are not defending. They go and claim mediation, and they claim asking for what do they call? Bargaining plea. That's why they go for plea bargaining. That I admit what is that I can get as concessions. I do plea bargaining, or they look for mediations. So overseas there is plea bargaining. It's also come here, but not in a proper way yet in India. So many lawyers ask for plea bargaining, or many lawyers seek forgiveness and ask for pardon or mercy, which means reduction in the punishment. So case to case, you can think differently and answer your own conscience.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
I know it's not an ideal answer.
It's something I'll have to figure out on my own. I got that. Yeah.
You're so right. You have to figure it out on your own and ask your own conscience, should I do it or not? Is money the way? Is justice the answer? You see, because they will give you a very heavy fee. When such a person will come, he'll give you a very heavy fee. You'll earn a lot of money, but you want to reject it. But you might just say, it's my duty I'm doing as a lawyer. I can't refuse him. But you can. Refuse, you can. So you'll have to figure out as you grow. Okay? I leave it to you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. Now, let's go to Ridhe. Ridhe, what's your question
Yes, ma'am.
quickly? Answer.
Ma'am, I
Because
have
we
two
just left.
questions, ma'am.
No, just
Yes,
one
ma'am.
short question.
Ma'am, I wanted to ask. Ma'am, I wanted to ask how are you so mentally strong at the precise age of teenage? Ma'am, we get attracted due to peer pressure, due to many things which are not good for our health. Ma'am, like we can say, ma'am, smoking. Ma'am, under peer pressure. Ma'am, how we should deny that peer pressure, ma'am, and
It is
become
all by
mentally
habit.
strong.
It's all by your own self-training. It's all by personal conviction. It's all by personal watch. It's all by personal witnessing. It's all by personal self-control.
Yes, ma'am.
It's
Ma'am, how do
all
we
by
master that?
by habits,
Like,
by watch, by discipline. That's called personal discipline, where you learn
yes,
to
ma'am.
say no. You train yourself as youngsters to learn to say yes and learn to say no.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
That's a
Thank you.
training. So every
Yes, ma'am.
day, watch yourself. What are you saying yes to, and what are you saying no to? Are you doing it for the right reason or the wrong reason? For your own
Thank you, ma'am.
weakness. That's very critical. There's a book called Learning to Say Yes and No. So remember, you must learn to say yes. You have a friend, you don't lose a friend, but I'm saying, sorry, I can't do it. I won't do it. No, no, then you're
Yes,
not
ma'am.
my friend. No, I'm your friend. That's what you think. But I'm your friend, but I'm not friend in this respect.
Thank you, ma'am. Yes,
So
ma'am. Ma'am,
once you
I
start
understood your
doing,
point.
you will start getting people who say ये नहीं मानेगा इसको मत मनाओ ये नहीं मानेगा because then they say ये बहुत अड़ी है बुरी बात नहीं मानेगा then now your reputation will develop अगर ये नहीं मान जाएगा इसको कुछ ये दो ये मान जाएगा you are known by the reputations you create.
Yes, ma'am. Thank
Now
you.
the last question, Vishu, your question. Is Vishu there? Vishu Goyal?
Ashutosh, you asked.
It's written Goyal, New Delhi. That's another boy from New Delhi.
Yeah, yes. Ashutosh.
Ma'am, can I ask two short questions?
हाँ विशु बोलो अपना question. Short question.
Ma'am, can I ask two short questions?
No, better no one question because we're running out of time.
Okay, ma'am.
Quickly. Yeah.
Ma'am, my one short question is ma'am, that I want to become a proud IPS like you, but I'm currently studying the commerce stream which I selected in 12th. So what should I choose? And I'm confused between CA and UPSC. So I want a
Commerce.
career advice from you.
कॉमर्स सब्जेक्ट तो आईपीएस में भी है यूपीएससी के पेपर्स में तो बहुत फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी है और कॉमर्स लेना अच्छा है क्योंकि आपके पास दूसरी ऑप्शन भी है टू गो इनटू बिजनेस एंड रन योर ओन बिजनेस और ये बात मैं बच्चों को बताना चाहती हूँ कि यूपीएससी ऑल एग्स इन वन बास्केट नहीं डालते you have to prepare for the UPSC but prepare alongside a parallel profession क्योंकि यूपीएससी में आ गए then you still have a choice but अगर आप यूपीएससी में नहीं आए और आपने पैरेलल प्रोफेशन नहीं करा you have no choice ऐसे नहीं करना यूपीएससी के साथ साथ ऐसे सब्जेक्ट्स लो जिसमें आप काम भी कर सको सपोजिंग आ गए तो you have a choice but if you नहीं आए तो you can आ गए तो very good नहीं आए तो you have a choice it's like legal profession you sit for UPSC and legal profession or your education commerce IT information technology education you can get into other professions which are equally attractive so एक ही चीज में सारी नहीं करना मुझे यही करना और बाकी पढ़ना नहीं सारे सब्जेक्ट्स पहले वो लेने हैं जो आपको अच्छे लगते हैं अगर कॉमर्स अच्छा लगता है तो जरूर जाओ कॉमर्स में तो सारी दुनिया खुल जाती है आपकी
Yes, ma'am. Commerce इसलिए नहीं है.
हैं
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ यू मस्ट स्टडी सब्जेक्ट्स यू लाइक और जब तक तुम्हारी आईपीएस का ध्यान आएगा भगवान जाने सब्जेक्ट्स में और क्या चेंजेस आएंगी ठीक है
Yes, मैम क्योंकि कॉमर्स से तो हम सीए वगैरह भी कर सकते हैं पहले और फिर यूपीएससी से तो मुझे आईपीएस का है, इसलिए
नाउ पहले अपनी कॉमर्स का सीए ऑप्शन रखो, सीए वाले भी आ जाते हैं यूपीएससी में, ऐसी बात नहीं, तो उस वक्त वो सब्जेक्ट्स ले लेना।
यस सर।
हाँ, okay, Saina, can you just take 2 minutes to
थैंक यू।
wrap up, please? Because we're finishing, and I have a meeting of web on the web another 20 minutes from now. So go ahead, Saina, please give them your final blessings and a wrap up.
मैंने कुछ लिखा था इनके लिए, ये बच्चे इतना सुन रहे हैं, इतना अब्सॉर्ब कर रहे हैं. डू वी हैव 2 minutes टू टॉक टू देम?
Yes, beta, you can take 2 minutes.
बेटा 2-3 छोटी छोटी बातें, फिर मैं आपसे ये फटाफट कोशिश करूंगी बात करने की. लकीली आई हैव द नोटबुक जिसमें मैंने ये लिखा है, बिकॉज आई एम राइटिंग इट मोर लाइक अ लिटिल ब्लॉग. पहली बात तो करेज ऑफ द हार्ट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. सो बहादुर बनो बच्चों, बहादुर बनो. बहादुरी के बगैर जिंदगी नहीं जी जाती. दूसरा, आज से एक वादा करो कि मैं रोज खुद से एक प्रॉमिस रखूंगा. मेक अ रिजॉल्व टू कीप वन प्रॉमिस विद योर ओन सेल्फ एवरी डे. जो वादे खुद से करते हो उसको निभाना सीखो. खुद से वादे करो और खुद को वादों को खुद निभाओ. कीप अ प्रॉमिस टू योर सेल्फ. आपके जो रिजॉल्व्स हैं उसमें कितनी ईमानदारी है, वो कितने असली हैं, वो बहुत मायना रखेगा. तो ये छोटी छोटी बातें. अब मैं मम्मी की परमिशन से 1 मिनट ले रही हूँ. मैं इसको जितना छोटा कर सकती हूँ आपको बताती हूँ. हमारी 5 सेंसेस हैं. आप सुन रहे हो, 15, 16, 17, 18 आप सुन रहे हो. हमारी 5 सेंसेस हैं. आई एम गोइंग टू टॉक टू यू इन अ डिफरेंट वे अबाउट देम. सेंस ऑफ आईज. आप क्या देखते हो, आपका जिंदगी को देखने का नजरिया, आपका एटीट्यूड. सेंस ऑफ आईज. आप क्या सुनते हो और उसको सुनकर आप उसको फिल्टर कैसे करते हो, उसको अब्सॉर्ब कैसे करते हो और रिएक्ट कैसे करते हो. समझदार बनो, उसको रिएक्ट कैसे करते हो. सेंस ऑफ टच. हाउ वेल डू यू वर्क विद योर हैंड्स. आपके ये हाथ आपके लिए क्या मायना रखते हैं. सेंस ऑफ टच. एंड हाउ सेक्रेड इज योर बॉडी फॉर यू. How sacred is your physical being for you. Sense of touch. Sense of smell. Make your inner self fragrant. आपको आपके अंदर से खुशबू आनी चाहिए. बाहर को रहने दो, आपके अंदर से आपको खुशबू आनी चाहिए. Your sense of taste. बच्चों, अपने शब्दों को संभालो. The choice of words. I have dissected these 5 senses in this manner for you. और बहुत जल्दी से बुलाए. इस पे विचार करो. Because these 5 senses are going to take care of your life, actually. तो ये जो आप 5 सेंसेस हैं, इनको संभालो. और ये है किस लिए, ये हमें दी किस लिए गई हैं, उनको समझो. उस बात को समझो कि असली मायने में हमको सेंसेस क्यों मिली हुई हैं.
Okay.
तो ये
They are also called 5 wonders of the world. Your 5 senses are considered the 5 wonders of the world. 5 wonders of the world are not pyramids and the leaning towers and the Taj Mahals. 5 senses are considered the 5 wonders of the world, because these are all wonders. So what she said is focusing on these 5 wonders, and through these 5 duar, as Bhagwan Krishna says, 5 duars, these are 5 doors. So if you use these 5 doors, you can achieve your lives better, your time utility better. Thank you, children. And we will stay connected, as Shakira must have explained to you in the pre-briefing. We will be part of the group. We'll continue to connect. You can continue to, you're now part of a larger family of book reading youth, and you will all become over 18, as Ashu is already 18 and moving on. But we will have the alumni associations, we'll have festivals, we'll continue to reconnect. Shakira and team and Shivani and Sujata and all will stay connected with you. We are part of a large group. We will keep inspiring each other. God bless you, and Have safe journey ahead in your life. God willing, let's see when we meet again. Let's see, in person.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you,
Jai
ma'am.
Hind.
Ma'am, it
आप
was
सब
Thank you,
खुश
ma'am.
रहो
Thank you.
जी,
Jai Hind.
आप सब
Thank
खुश
you.
रहो, स्वस्थ रहो,
Jai Hind, ma'am.
देखिए
Thank you.
जयधारी माँ। हमारी ऑडियंसेस का
Good.
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया, आप हमारे साथ जुड़े, हमारे बच्चों को ढेर सारा प्यार दिया, मोटिवेट करा। अगले हफ्ते मिलेंगे आपको। थैंक यू। जयधारी माँ चिल्ड्रन, जयधारी माँ।
Bye.
Jai Hind, Jai Hind.